What do you call a machine that tells time worse than your phone, but costs more than your house? It's not a trick. It's a business model. One of the most brilliant and ruthless ever created. We're not talking about jewelry. We're talking about Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, Richard Mille. Brands that sell tiny mechanical devices for the price of a private jet. Today, we're not asking if they're worth it. We're reverse engineering how they command these prices. This is a case study in building an empire where logic is your enemy and desire is your only product. Let's start with the tangible foundation, the manufacturing myth. A $20 Casio keeps near-perfect time. A $500,000 Patek does not. So the first pillar of the price is a rejection of efficiency. It's about obsessive, human-scale difficulty. We're talking about microengineering, crafting components so small and precise they're measured in microns. A single gear can take 30 hours to cut and finish. Invisible artistry, decorating and finishing parts you will never see with techniques passed down for centuries. Cotes de Genève, stripes, and beveled edges. It's art for the machine's own soul. The seal, Patek's own quality standard, stricter than the official Swiss certification. It's a 2-week test for every single watch. This isn't quality control. It's quality theater. Key fact: one Patek Philippe Grandmaster chime requires over 100,000 hours of collective work. The message is clear. This object is a monument to human time. But high cost alone is a weak strategy. Any company can make something expensive. The genius is in making scarcity and store your primary products. This is where the strategies diverge. Richard Mille is the master of material storytelling. They don't just use expensive materials, they use narratives. Grade 5 titanium, carbon TPT, graphene. They tell you this is the same carbon used in Formula One cars or America's Cup yachts. You're not buying a watch, you're buying a piece of extreme performance mythology. They partner with athletes not as sponsors, but as co-creators, designing watches that can survive a 130 miles per hour tennis serve. The price becomes proof of its superhuman capability. Patek Philippe plays the long game. Their entire model is built on one of the greatest marketing lines ever written. You never actually own a Patek Philippe. You merely look after it for the next generation. This is financial alchemy. They're not selling a product. They are selling a zero-interest, emotionally backed, family heirloom loan. You are not a consumer. You are a temporary curator of an asset. This transforms the purchase from an expense into a legacy duty. This is where the business model becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The brands tightly control supply to their authorized dealers. This creates years-long waitlists for models like the Patek Nautilus or the Rolex Daytona. What happens next is critical. A massive, bubbling secondary market erupts. Watches trade for double, triple, even 10x their retail price at auction and through gray dealers. Think about the psychological shift this causes. The high retail price is no longer a barrier. It's a benchmark for an appreciating asset. You're not spending money. You're allocating capital to a wearable store of value. The brand's controlled scarcity doesn't just protect its aura, it actively fuels a speculative frenzy that makes its own products more coveted. It's a closed-loop system of desire. Every brilliant business model has a failure condition. For mechanical luxury watches, the threat is a paradigm shift in what we value. History has shown this. The 1970s quartz crisis nearly obliterated the Swiss industry. A cheaper, more accurate technology shattered the value argument overnight. The survivors had to double down on the very thing quartz lacked: heritage, soul, and mechanical artistry. The modern threat is the smartwatch. Why wear a $100,000 machine that only tells time when you can wear a $500 computer on your wrist? The defense is the same: relentless focus on their story. They are not in the timekeeping business. They are in the permanence, heirloom, and human achievement business. Their survival depends on culture continuing to buy that story. The moment it's seen as just a rusty old machine, the model collapses. So what is the true product? It is not a timepiece. It is a perfectly engineered Veblen good, an item where demand increases with price because the price itself is the core feature. It is a 3-part engine. 1. The foundation, astronomical manufacturing cost as a barrier to entry and proof of worth. 2. The engine, storytelling that ties the object to legacy, achievement, and exclusive identity. 3. The fuel, a controlled market that creates speculative scarcity and perceived investment value. They have engineered a universe where rationality is irrelevant. You are not paying for the materials or the time. You are paying for the permission to stop caring about what things cost. And as long as there are people who want that permission, the price will have no ceiling.